Yo, don't be mad, y'all. Don't be mad at me tonight. This ain't gonna be long. It ain't gonna be long. Don't be mad at me, y'all. I wanted to hate this show. Keep it techie, my man's handling. Wes, Flossie, Jean Pierre, DJ Lawless. By any means. Handling. Yo, I know I'm late. I heard about the show. I really, really, really wanted to hate this show. Hold up. I mean, I really wanted to hate this series. Mind you, it's just the first episode. Hey, Carrie, what's happening? Mind you, it's just the first episode. It's just the first episode. We're not going to tarry too long. What is this? Give me one moment, guys. What the hell is that app? Okay. Now, what is it about? DJ Lawless, come on, P-Valley. It's pretty obvious what is this show's about. It is trashy but fun. Yes, Carrie. Yes, it is. I really, really wanted to hate this series. Oh, there's things wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. Now, let's do some backstory. The writer or the creator of this show is Katori Hall. She is a sister. She is educated. And I mean educated. Hold up. Oh, damn it. It's not. Hold up. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find my notes. Katori. Oh, here we go. Okay, Katori Hall. She is originally from Memphis. She wrote a play back in 2015 called Pussy Valley. So that's what the P stands for. Okay. She wrote a bunch of plays, some Broadway stuff that got on Broadway. She's an alumni of Columbia. She has an MSA from Harvard and Juilliard. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. So she's no slouch when it comes to the writing. Okay, she knows her stuff, but you know, this is one of those times you can't always fault the white man or the white system for showing these images of us in not the most flattering light. At some point, you're gonna have to hold the writers of these shows, like Elena Waithes, gonna have to hold these people accountable. Blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Okay, you watched it all in one day? Shit, you better than me. I just got to the first episode. Have you been taking voice lessons? No, I have not. She's highly educated. Is she smart? Well, you know, Nick, she's smart enough to get her show on Stars and give it to us. So I'm gonna break it down real quick. This ain't gonna be long, y'all. So it takes place in the Mississippi Delta. The club is called The Pink. Your characters are Autumn, she's the new girl. Mercedes is the old head. Uncle Clifford is the owner. We're going to get into Uncle Clifford in a minute. We have Lil Murda. We're going to get into Lil Murda as well. You have Keyshawn, a.k.a. Ms. Mississippi. You have Andre Watkins, and you have Gidget. Okay? So opening scene, there's a flood. Autumn is going through her luggage. She's been beat up. She's on a bus ride. During the bus ride, they make a stop. She gets off. She doesn't get to her final destination. We cut to the club. A dancer cuts her head on glass. She's back from maternity leave. Mercedes covers her the rest of her dance shift. Okay. Autumn enters. She goes to the club and enters the amateur night. Uncle Clifford. Yeah, Lord Vale, you did call it. Yes, you warned us. I knew it was bad, but you know. Nick said little murder. Yeah, we about to get that little Biden. He said little pussy. I can't with y'all tonight. All right, so Uncle Clifford, the owner. He has a weave. It's with feathered tresses. He has a beard. He has fingernails. Very flamboyant. He's dark complected. He is the mother figure. He's the mother hen to the girls at the club. Okay. Uncle Clifford is also paying off the local cops so they can sell liquor illegally in the club. Mercedes, the head honcho dancer, she's 25. She's been dancing for 7 years. She's retiring. During Autumn's amateur dance part of it, there's flashbacks of her being raped at gunpoint. Autumn wins the contest. Clifford gives Autumn Mercedes Sunday night slot. Sundays is strictly for Mercedes. She's the big dog. Okay, she's the highest earner of all the girls in the club. There is light skin, dark skin tension between Mercedes and Autumn off the top. Autumn says she has Indian in her family. Okay. Autumn spills alcohol on her phone while looking at a pic of what we believe is her daughter. Now, mind you, you guys are a little bit ahead of me. I just watched the first episode just out of curiosity. And I said, you know what? I want to see where this goes. So right now, I think we're in six episodes so far. So I'm going to catch up. The next day, Mercedes walks out of a church service. Her mother is like the first lady or something. I'm not sure. Like, if she's not first lady, she's like a heavyweight in the church. Okay. Clifford is behind on his equity loan on the club. Mercedes is also a cheerleading coach. There's tension between Mercedes and her mother. Her mother is a hardcore Christian. Okay. Mercedes funnels her earnings through the church. Through the church. Okay. At a club meeting, there's beef between the strippers and the bartenders. Keyshawn, aka Ms. Mississippi, walks in with her baby and a black eye. Clifford admits to Keyshawn that he too was an abuse victim. Later on that night, Lil Murda pulls up. Lil Murda has a trick to make his bag appear more filled with money. He uses wet carnations in blocks and bricks, right? He puts the block of carnations in the bottom of the duffel bag and puts the money on top to make it seem like it's more money, okay? VIP means very important penises. Clifford wants Mercedes to show Autumn the ropes. Mercedes shows Autumn what to look for. Look for store tags on guys with suits. There's a particular guy that's looking at Autumn, and she's like, and Mercedes steps in and is like, "No, you ain't popped them tags," because he still had the tag on the cufflink on the wrist. Okay. Then the bartender tells Merc to always look for the guy not wearing the Jordans. Okay. Diamond the bouncer notices Ms. Mississippi's marks and offers to kill her baby daddy. So apparently the bouncer Diamond is a real life killer. He's a killer. Nick says that. So does Lil Murda got a record to back up his name? Man, Nick, you may not want to hear the rest. What's the word? What's the term you say, Nick? A mud dog. Yes, Lil Murda is a mud dog. Ms. Mississippi is one of the better dancers. She has a pretty good aerial routine during her set. Uh, Mercedes notices Lil Murda used carnations in his duffel bag to make the bag appear like it has more money. So Mercedes is a sharp sister. She's seen it all. Sharp sister. Mercedes takes $4,000 for her and Autumn to dance for them in the champagne room. Mercedes then takes Lil Murda into the Paradise room. She then criticizes his music. Autumn is somewhat attacked by one of Murda's associates. She runs out of the club. Diamond steps in to fight off Lil Murda's posse. Okay, Diamond is the big, swole, light-skinned dude with tattoos. Murda goes looking for Autumn and runs into Clifford. Clifford takes Murda into a room that he called it like a Super Mario Saves the Princess type of room. Lil Murda says, they call me Lil Murda because I murder everything. Clifford says, we got everything from white girls to brown girls to Asian girls to black girls to champagne to wings. And then Murda says, well, y'all ain't got one thing I'm looking for. And then Clifford's like, oh, you try to make me blush. And then motherfucking Murda caresses the dude's face and he says, I got something that's gonna murder you. Lord have mercy. And then he makes Clifford do the do. Okay, next scene. Autumn has an anxiety attack and meets the guy outside of the club taking surveillance photos, which happens to be Andre Watkins. Autumn tells Andre her real name is Haley. Mercedes' last dance. Clifford tries to play Murda's song during her set. Mercedes refuses to dance, and the music is changed. Mercedes' mom shows up to her final dance in the parking lot. Her mom asks why God gave her a whore for a daughter. Her mom says the church should have been getting more money. Mercedes says her mom had her dancing for food at the Waffle House when they were younger. Her mom says, God save this hoe. Mercedes, in a fit of guilt, gives her mom her tip out money and says, that's all I have, no repentance. After closing, everybody leaves. Keyshawn goes back to her abuser, and Andre takes more pictures of Autumn in the cut. And with everything I just said, I cannot hate this show. Yes, Flossie, yes. Flossie's like, no. Wait. Where's she at? Yeah. hey, the murder, the Bobby waving answer. Jesus. That was episode 1. I'm going to I'm going to over this weekend try to get a couple more episodes in. I won't be all caught up this weekend. There's no way. I still got to do Edward's breakdowns. I'm so far behind. So please, Edward, I appreciate the patience. I do apologize. But I had to just get this out. This is truth. It is a guilty pleasure. Let me say this, Doggy 5'4", the nudity is not that much compared to what I was expecting, compared to what I've seen on cable television. This was mild, especially for a show about strippers. This was mild nudity, extremely mild. This could have been much, much worse, especially on, considering stars, No, Cottrell, it's about strippers. It's P Valley, y'all. P. Yeah, so I'm going to probably watch another episode tonight, and then over the next day or so try to keep up and at least get up to episode 3 or 4. So yeah, get up to episode 7, bro. I'm working on it, bro. Listen, I have a life outside of this, okay? Keep and he said keep watching, it gets worse. Oh, I'm already certain. I'm certain. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I just wanted to say that real quick, get that out there. So we're all caught up. We're gonna watch this all together, people. But at the end of the day, it's too easy for guys that want to complain about series do you want to complain about the Netflix series like Project Power when you got this bullshit over here, and I hear crickets. So it's selective outrage with these guys. I can't take these guys serious when it comes to the female tropes in these movies, especially when it comes to melanated folk. We just had Lovecraft Country. The black people are the natural birthright. Have we not been talking about birthright and status over here for how many years? And here comes this movie or this series with this racist creator, Lovecraft, H.P. Lovecraft. We know he had some racist, ideologies. And lo and behold, they give us a series where black people are the key to every fucking thing. They gave it to us in Watchmen. And yet niggas are still complaining about the female empowerment. I can't take these Negroes here. I don't want to turn this into another rant. I'm sorry. I enjoyed P Valley. I'm looking forward to the episodes. And that was it. So thank you guys for hanging out with me for the last 17 minutes. I'll catch up with y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Peace.